Hey folks, Greg here. So, my job wouldn't be complete if you liked me. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to show you the truth. And the truth comes from 23 years in the metals and manufacturing industry, seeing things that don't work because I've been there, done that, seen it, worked on the floor, worked my way up to management. There's a lot of things that don't work. And that's why I went out finding this information to share it with you, put it to practice, make sure it works, and then present you with it. But it's not my job to be your friend. It's not my job to make you feel good. It's about challenging you to think different. And I don't care what you think. Just like I'm a man of God, and I don't care what you think of that either, because that's my belief, and That's what works for me because that's my truth, and that is the truth in my opinion. So that said, I want to talk about your people and some misconceptions you may have about them and what motivates them. So let me just share my screen, okay? So I want you to know, like, I want to ask you a question, like, are you lazy? Are you stupid? The answer is no. So why would you think anybody else is? Because there's actually more to the story. They don't know what you're thinking. They can't read your mind unless you've done all the work that you need to do as a real business owner with a clear vision, a clear mission, and clarity all around for these people to know where you're going. They don't know. So what they think is a good job is different than your thoughts on a good job because they haven't been given the information. So what are they going to do? If they don't know, they're going to make their own answer. They're going to create a solution based off of their experience, not based on what the through line in the company culture is and the mission you guys have. So that's why having a why, and that's why I put a book together for that, of finding the why in your business. And I didn't coin that. It was Simon Sinek, not taking credit for it, but it's brilliant because it's knowing why you're there, and it needs to be more than just creating another 10 boxes this week. It needs to be whatever it is, something that people can get behind, people can believe in, and especially for the new generation, Gen Z. So what's the next thing? So communication. So let's say we work together, or you go find out why it's important to know your why, and then you communicate that, but or not communicate it, but you find it out. But then you got to communicate that to your people. They need to know, and that's how the successful ones like Disney and all the major companies that are now the biggest in the world because they're super clear on it. You're not. So I'm here to tell you that you need to be clear. And I don't care if you only make 500,000 or you make a million, or it doesn't matter because you won't get there without having that stuff. So your people need a map. Systems are key to that. But first is the mindset. So you got to shift your mindset so that you can lead your people so their mindsets can shift. Nobody follows somebody who doesn't know where they're going. And the first step to that is knowing your financials. So good leaders who can lead know where they're going and why. And if you're why, it doesn't have to be earth changing, earth shattering, life changing, world, whatever. It can be something simple. I know I said it with the boxes, but something bigger is ideal. But a mission just to make $10,000 more profit next month is better than no plan at all. So the first step to all of this is understanding your financials because that's the language of business is money. To be able to create an effective roadmap to lead your people, you have to understand what it all says in the first place. Okay? But don't take my word for it. I'm standing on the shoulder of giants. I'm sending the message through other people that have created this work. So Maslow, Abraham Maslow, um, world-renowned, practiced theorist, psychologist on this stuff has the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and we've adapted it for the workplace here. So our actions are motivated by the desire to meet specific needs. So food, shelter, water. Okay, so we want to get past that. Obviously, if you're not giving your people water, we got a problem. If you're not giving them shelter, we got a problem. But if they are stuck there, then you need to get them out of that to get to the next thing. So the way this works is there's 5 needs, and we start at 1, which is the bottom, which is the triangle up to the top, which is 1. 5 at the bottom, 1 at the top. And once 1 is fulfilled, the next one comes. So here's the chart. Okay, so employee engagement, right? So the basics, is survival. I'm here for the money. I'm leaving when I can. I'm a clock watcher. I'm a job's worth. Like, that's just survival in the workplace. And I know that a lot of you guys see that. So if anything, it's an indicator to you that you got to change something. So that's the worst. Not engaged. I'm not interested in overtime. Like they're living their life. Just, it's a paycheck, right? We want to get these people to a point of caring about your business just as much, if not more, than a paycheck. So how do we do that? We get them engaged. We get them up to the top level of the importance and self-actualization. So the way to do that is many other things I'll talk about in the webinar. And it's not overly complicated. It's just hearing it and doing it, and doing it, taking the action is the hardest part. So, but the awareness is 50% of the game, right? It's like, how do I do that? Well, knowing what to do is key. And then maybe you need to put it in your calendar as a reminder a couple times a week, whatever it is. Reminders, get somebody to help you do it, get somebody to push you and motivate you to do it, because it's your job, it's your responsibility to these people to make them successful. Because ultimately, if they're successful, you will be too, and vice versa. It's an organism. It's not just they work for you and you're the boss, and it's not about your ego. It's about more than that. And if it is about your ego, you're going to have a hard time. I'm not saying ego doesn't come into it, because it always does to some degree, but if it's all about that, you got a problem. So we get up to the highest level, and you can see the motivations, the smiley face, right? People get more motivated as they move up in this place. And there's things like authorship, things you can do as a business owner, caring. Nobody cares until they know that you care about them. And that is true in life, with your clients, and with your employees. So if there's anything you can walk away from in all these videos I'm doing, it's that. Nobody cares until they know that you care about them. So it's not just about money. It's about respect, purpose, and advancement. These elements drive loyalty beyond pay. That's what we want. But it is also about profit. So that's some of the stuff on that. And I really follow the channel. I hope to see you at the webinar. The link will be here below, and excited to keep bringing value to you. And if it wasn't of value, great, tell me. I want to know. Also, tell me other things you want to know. And also, there's a question and answer section in the webinar when it happens. So cheers to you, and we'll see you at the webinar. Thanks.